Okay, so happy Monday. So glad y'all could all hop on here with me. Hey, Brianna. Okay, so back to school, crazy time of year, right in the middle of August. And there's a lot happening. So I kind of wanted to do like a mid-month check-in and just kind of like where we are, how we ended last month, where we're going, that sort of thing, and just kind of
I'm
uh,
gonna go sit for a few
help you
minutes.
have a good plan moving forward.
Yell.
Okay.
Huh?
All right, so I am going to share my screen with you really quickly. Uh, and show you this super amazing presentation that I did for you guys. It's not that amazing, but you know, whatever. Okay, here we go. One more click and we're there. Okay, cool. All right, so mid-month check-in. You may not even know what that means, especially if you are new here. And if you're new here, welcome. If this is your first team call, we do these every Monday at 8:15. And we never know what we're going to talk about. So today we're talking about mid-month check-in, and this is something that I'm going to have stuff you can screenshot and refer back to over this coming week. So we're going to try to set ourselves up to win this month because last month was awesome. Just a few housekeeping things first. This week, there are several different things that you can plug into if you want to. There is a getting started business basics call that Plexus Corporate is running. It's tomorrow at 7 p.m. One thing I forgot to put on there is also on Tuesday nights, we have our big team jam with Diamond Leader Jordan Roddenberry. So that's something you can plug into also. She usually does some sort of training. She's really, really great. So if you're wanting something else to plug into, that's a good one. And let me know, I can get you the link. Also on the 13th, we're having a leaders retreat pre-launch call, and that's something that corporate is putting on, and it's like to help you get organized to earn it, what things you need to be doing, and just like I don't know if they're announcing prizes. I don't really know what all's going on there, but it could be a great thing to plug into, and it's in the middle of the day. Also on the 14th, there's a power hour you can join to work with some top earners in the company. The 14th, we have Meet Plexus, the products. That is where you can invite somebody that you're talking to about Plexus, and they can actually come and hear live testimonies from people in this company. So it's a great thing to plug people into, especially if you're brand new, and even if you're not brand new. But if you're brand new and you need something to kind of help you get some information out and hear some testimonies, that's a great thing to do. We have them every Thursday night. And then there's a gut health master class and Meet Plexus, the company, happening on the 16th. Also, a reminder, if you earn icon status by the end of August, you get 800 credits towards Leaders Retreat. I don't know what their point breakdown is going to be this year, but from what I heard, that's about halfway to earning your spot on the trip. So that would be huge. Also, we have our big team retreat August 30th here in Harper at my house. If that's something that you're going to be able to come to, please let us know by the 15th so we can get a head count for food and all that jazz. Okay, a couple of to-do things. If you have not set up a call with your sponsor to map out your goals for this month, don't wait any longer because every day is burning up some time. And so you want to have as much time to map that out and hit your goals as possible. Also, I want to challenge you to schedule as many Zoom events and in-person events as possible this month because it will set you up to get your booty in Cancun. Okay, special promo that dropped today is our back to school promo. It applies to Mega Kids and X Factor Kids with a 10% off, and then Hydrate and Immune with 15% off. But when you do that, add it to the cart, but make sure you use the code back to school. And I think it's all caps and all one word. Yes.
If somebody gets like Mega Kids and X Factor Kids, is it 20% off the order or is it just 10%?
I think what it does is whenever you do when you put in the code, like say they get the Mega Kids and then they get Immune Plus, then the Mega Kids will be discounted 10% and Immune
So then
Plus
it's
will be
everything.
discounted 15%. Yeah, but you have to have that code for it to apply. That will end on the 15th. So make sure, like we're talking to people about that, and it's only good on those items. So it's not like an entire site-wide sale. And it is also applicable to existing customers. It's not just for new people. So yay for that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why a mid-month check-in is important. I don't know if this is something that you've ever done before. I know like Melinda's been here a little while. I think Brianna's been here a little while with us. But a kind of a mid-month check-in is a great way to know where you currently are so you can continue to plan out where you're going. At the beginning of the month, you should be setting goals. And it's kind of like getting your finger on the pulse of your business to see where you are and make any changes, pivot what you're doing to reach your goals, or even pivot what your goals need to be. It's a great way to have a clear plan this time of year for going into all the new life things that are happening. We have girls going to college. We have mamas with kids going to school, sporting events that are happening, sending your kids to college, all kinds of things. And so we don't want there to be any distractions to keep you from reaching your goals. All right, so let's check yourself. All right, you can screenshot this. This is going to be something that you probably want to refer back to just because we're not going to take a bunch of time. But these are questions that you need to be asking yourself to figure out where you currently are and what you need to be doing to propel yourself through the end of the month. So, first of all, in your conversations, how many intentional conversations have you had about Plexus this month? And I know we're not fully halfway through the month, but you should be having consistent conversations every single day for you to move the needle in your business. Are you being brave and consistent, or are you playing it small? Are you just reaching out to people that are just comfortable? And are you just kind of like hinting around? Or are you going for some big fish too and being bold? You don't have to know everything in this business to talk to people confidently. And it's how you approach people and how you have those conversations that really make the biggest difference in where you get with them. Your network. Who are the top 5 people in your network that you haven't reached out to yet, but you should? These are usually those scary people that intimidate you, and it just rip the band-aid off and just do it. Like Kaylee said in her video last week, just do the scary thing, send the voice message, just rip the band-aid off, hit send, and then walk away from your phone. But think about it. Do you have old customers, friends watching your stories, people who have asked you questions and you're just too scared to answer? Go after those people and start the conversation. And I do want to touch a little bit on the friends watching your stories, especially for you girls who are new to this. When you post a story about Plexus or what you're doing or something that is to engage your audience, you can swipe up. You guys know more about this than I do, but you can swipe up on your stories and see exactly who has been watching your stories. And from that little list, you can click on that person and message them directly from there. I have gotten so many customers just by messaging people who were looking at my stories. They never interacted, they've never liked any of my posts, never asked any questions, but I would just start the conversation like, "Hey, I saw that you've been watching my stories, and I was just curious if anything I've ever posted piqued your interest." And usually there's a response of, "Yeah, actually, I've been watching and I had questions, but I was too afraid to ask." Y'all, as afraid as we are to ask people if they need help, people are afraid to ask for help. So to just do it. Just swipe up on those stories and make a list of people. If you don't have time to reach out immediately, you can even swipe up and then screen record and slowly scroll through that list of people and go back and reach out to them, when you have the time. Okay, events. Have you invited anyone to an event? Have you just like come out and said, hey, I have this event. I am sharing what I'm doing with my friends, and I would love for you to come. Can I send you the link? Or is it just like, yeah, I really love what I'm doing. I have these events sometimes. Are you just hinting, or are you like straight out saying, hey, I would love to do this. Will you do it with me? Just be bold. Have you scheduled any events? Who can you host one for? Start making a list of people that you can host a Zoom event for throughout this month. And that list should be growing regularly. Also, who on your team can you help go silver this month? Because that silver development is going to mean progress in your icon achievement and your leaders retreat. And then check yourself in your boldness. Are you doing anything differently to be more bold to finish strong, or are you just doing the same old thing day in and day out with no energy? Maybe you need to go live. Maybe you need to do some stories that show your face. Maybe you need to follow up again with that person that ignored you, or just have some bold voice messages. Do it afraid. I think that's the theme of this. Okay, so here's a good 3-day push plan. You can screenshot this also. And these are some actions and activities to get yourself in over the next 3 days to help propel you into the second half of the month. So on Tuesday, check in on your 3 hottest leads. These are going to be people that have either directly messaged you, or maybe like you've been talking to them and you can tell that they're interested. Voice message anyone who's been watching your stories, just like we already talked about, and start posting results-based stories. It can be about you. And if you don't have a testimony yet, that's okay. Find somebody that has a testimony. You can ask in our group. You can even go into the Gut Health and Happiness VIP page, and there are a ton of testimonies in there. Find one that even maybe speaks to somebody that has an issue. Like maybe you have a friend that deals with PCOS, but you have been nervous to talk to her, or maybe you talked to her and she kind of gave you like the, oh, it sounds a little sketchy reply. Post to that and share a testimony of someone who deals with PCOS and the wins that they've had with Plexus. So on Wednesday, go back through your old conversations from the past 60 days and reignite that conversation. One way to do this, because it's really easy to lose track, is go back and type in keywords that you use in your conversations, like maybe triplex or gut health, or some keywords that you would use when talking about that. Also, use curiosity to post, or use a curiosity post or poll to spark fresh conversations. This can be as simple as, have you ever wondered what it's like to have energy at the end of the day? Or, whatever. You guys are probably way more creative at social media than I am, but ask some questions, share some stories. And then another strategy to use this week is go back to all your new VIPs, and ask them, who do you know that would benefit from this? Who do you know that would like to do this with you? Who do you know that we could host a Zoom event for? This is a great way for you to start developing some silvers on your team. And then Thursday, this is where you're going to do some really big follow-ups. This one in particular will be great for the back to school promo that we're having. I don't want you to miss out before this promo ends. Can I help you get your pack ordered? Close out any new orders that you have been working on, and then celebrate every single little win among your VIPs, your new silvers, any new business builders. Do it publicly. Make a big deal. Even if you think it's small, make it a big deal because people are watching and they want to see if this is legit. And when you start showing that there's wins, it's a win for your audience too. All right. So, let's go win the heck out of August. Y'all, last month was such an amazing month. And I want this month to be just as big for y'all as last month was. You have been creating so much momentum. Don't let it die off just because there's a change in routine and things are feeling a little bit new and a little out of sorts. Keep your consistency. Commit to your consistency. And then just hit it. Just go hard because you have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain. What kind of questions do you guys have? I know that was a lot. Were you able to screenshot those things and so you can go back?
I was about to say, can you go back to the 3-day action one
Yeah.
slide?
Yep. Oh, I sure can. One sec.
Perfect.
There you go.
Thanks.
Yep. And then here's the other one if anybody else needs to go back and look over this. This is just ideas to help you, you know, see what you're doing, what kind of changes you need to make. Any other questions? Nope. Bree, hang in there, girl. I know this is a lot for a first call for a newbie, but you are in great hands with Kaylee. And this is stuff that you can use next month when you have VIPs and you have a business that's rolling. And I don't know if Kaylee has even talked to you about rank ups and compensation plan, but it is so possible for you to hit at least 2 ranks this month. Huge. Okay. You can totally do it. So I love you guys. Don't forget team retreat. Let us know if you're going to be able to join us. And I just can't wait to kill this month with y'all. Love y'all.